GPT 4.1 versus Claude versus Gemini. Today, we're going to be testing out which AI is the best model, who wins using exactly the same prompts, and side by side, we'll compare which one is the best for coding. Okay, so the way that we're going to test this is you can actually get access via openrouter.ai. GPT 4.1, it just came out a few hours ago, as you can see right here, and it is available in the API. There are 3 different models, but I think to be fair to ChatGPT, we'll use 4.1, the main one, not Nano or Mini, and then we'll compare that using Claude and Gemini, like you can see, and we'll be running some different prompts on it directly, all right? Now, these prompts, they're going to be from the AI Profit Boardroom if you want to get access to them. So if you want to steal everything from me, feel free to get access inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Also comes with a new module on how to build anything using ChatGPT 4.1. So if you just go to the classroom and then go to SOPs, you'll see that we have many different SOPs on how to build anything that you want with GPT 4.1, including how to do it for free inside here directly, right? Brand new module. I don't know anyone else on the internet who's got that much information on it already. All right. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to start running some prompts and side by side comparing each of one of these. And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to say for content creation, write a humorous 1,500 word blog post on Google's next algorithm will ruin your life or not. All right. And we'll do that inside Claude. We'll do that inside Gemini as well. Now, I could use the API key and try and generate code for each of these as well. That's another way to do it. Or I could go inside AI Studio as well directly and use Gemini 2.5 Pro. So if you go to chat over here and then go to Gemini 2.5 Preview, you could also do it that way as well. But we'll compare side by side which one of these is the best for coding, writing, etc. So we've got the content back. The first thing that I would say, right, is a ChatGPT 4.1 is so much more powerful for speed, right? If you look at the speed of the response, it's way quicker than the thinking model from 2.5. And also Claude is still writing out there as well, right? So if you just want something super fast, then GPT 4.1 is probably the best option, all right? So let's have a look at this content. Google's next algorithm update will ruin your life or not. Let's face it, the only thing SEOs dread more than running out of coffee is hearing the phrase, Google's next algorithm update is coming. For webmasters, marketers, bloggers, etc., anyone who's tried to sell a t-shirt online, rumors about updates are enough to prompt a cold sweat in 14 tabs of SEO. Yeah, this is really nice copywriting, like super nice. And we gave it minimal prompting, right? We just said, do this, and it wrote the content. I would honestly say that's some of the most humanized content that I've ever read from AI. We have a look at Claude. This is not bad, but it's a little bit over the top. So is your strategy about to implode? Are you stockpiling canned goods and building a digital bunker? Before you panic, let's talk about Google's algorithm update and separate fact from fiction. It's not as good as 4.1. It doesn't flow quite as easily, but it's not bad. And let's have a look at Gemini 2.5 Pro. So it didn't even write a title or that sort of thing. Okay, deep breaths, everyone, put the emergency cafe. I mean, the first sort of line is not even about the update. It doesn't even make sense. In fact, let's have a look here. It doesn't mention the update until paragraph 3. So it's not that relevant, right? This just goes off on a random tangent, creates the content, and it's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good as 4.1 for writing content. Like this just feels a lot more natural and human. Let's test this out now for bypassing AI detectors. There was really minimal prompting here, but we're going to plug this into Zero GPT and just see how it performs and detects this text for AI detection. We will come on to some coding tasks later. So let's run detect text on that bad boy, see how it performs. So it comes out at 100% human written, right? The AI detector can't detect it at all. Now let's test that inside Claude. So this is the content from Claude. Again, so far, ChatGPT 4.1 is winning on humanization and also on just readability of the content. It tends to write better content and also speed, right? This comes out at 10.96% AI detectable. So it's a lot more detectable than GPT 4.1. Now let's come on to Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. We'll copy that content and we'll plug it in right here, detect text, and see how that performs. All right, so that's coming out undetectable. So if we had to put these in order, right, so far, this is pretty crazy. GPT 4.1 is winning on actually writing content, like the content itself is pretty good. It's winning on speed, so it replied faster than Claude and Gemini 2.5 Pro. And additionally, it's winning on humanization. So, Claude came out at 10.96, AI detectable. Gemini 2.5 Pro came out at 1.89%, AI detectable, and ChatGPT's content actually came out 0% AI detectable. And again, like, you can get this on Open Router if you want to get the API and the details. So it's pretty impressive so far. That is very impressive. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some coding tasks on this. I know everyone loves Gemini 2.5 Pro for coding. I think everyone is saying that's probably the best right now. So we'll compare them side by side. And I'm sure whatever I post here, whatever I do, even if I show you on the screen what I'm doing, people will hate me for doing these tests. And some people will be like, oh no, Gemini 2.5 Pro is the best. Some people will be like, Claude 4.7 is the best, blah, blah, blah. For me, I just do the results live and I focus on facts over opinions, all right? So for me, like, I don't care either way, but I'm just trying to show you and help you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the old pixelated dinosaur game. Again, all these prompts are inside the AI Profit Boredom if you want to steal them from me. And we're going to copy this and we'll plug it into each one to create a P5JS dinosaur game. All right, and we're using exactly the same prompts each time here, but we're looking at the outputs and saying, okay, which one is clearly better? So let's see what we get back. It's just crazy fast, isn't it? Crazy fast. Gemini is still thinking about it, and Claude is still writing. In the meantime, we're going to open up P5JS editor. So if you want to preview the code that you created with P5JS, just go to editor.p5js.org and then you'll get the code back. Even ChatGPT 4.1 is taking a long time to respond to that. I think Gemini might be winning on speed here. Let's see what we get back. Claude is working its magic. Yeah, 4.1 has come back to us first, to be fair. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this code. Let's grab that and let's see how 4.1 performs, all right? So we're going to hit a space, enter like so. Oh, not bad. It's not bad. I don't like the green on green. Like, the UI is a bit weird right there, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all, all right? So that's the game from ChatGPT 4.1. It worked perfectly, did its magic. Gemini 2.5 Pro is still coding this out. We've got the output here, so let's copy that. We'll hit play. What is that? What is going on here? It doesn't even work. I'm pressing space. So you see here it says press space or tap to start. Doesn't really work. You can see how weird this is. What on earth is going on here? All right, so far Gemini has created the weakest output. What's interesting about this is if you actually did the exact same prompt on the same day that Gemini 2.5 Pro came out, this worked perfectly. This worked beautifully. But now it doesn't seem to work very well at all, which is really weird. But yeah, that's coming in last so far. And let's just test what we got back from Claude here. Just give me the code, mate. I don't want to run it. Why is it? Give me the code. There we go. All right, let's grab that. Let's all copy this. Then we're going to go over here. We'll plug that in. It doesn't like that. Let's just grab that instead. There we go. All right. You might have to grab it manually if you're generating with Claude. Let's plug that in. And that is not working, Sunshine. Why is that not working? All right. So just to recap here, peeps and peepettes. So ChatGPT did the game perfectly, to be fair. The only thing I did was the UI. But again, it's not bad. It's not bad. It works. It actually works. It's not buggy or anything like that. If we have a look at the response from Gemini, from Claude didn't work at all. Total trash. That came in last. And then Gemini, super buggy, as you can see. The game doesn't seem to work properly. You can see the background, etc. It's not that nice. But it comes in second because it does actually work unlike Claude's output. So just to recap here, on the coding games test, I'm saying that GPT 4.1 is winning by quite a long way here. And side by side, it's winning on everything so far, which is crazy. Now, one thing to note here is the thing that I find is like these models are always best on the first day, and then they tend to get dialed down a little bit from what I can see. Gemini 2.5 Pro, it would have done a lot better before, but it doesn't matter. I'll keep going for you. So next up, what we're going to do over here is we're going to grab another prompt, and I'm going to say create an interactive water molecule simulation using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we're going to plug that into Open Router. We'll do that inside Gemini 2.5 Pro. I'm going to start a new chat here. Here we go. And then we'll do the same inside Claude as well. Claude is lagging behind drastically actually at the minute. We'll close the P5JS. There we go. Again, all the prompts are inside the AI Profit Boredom if you want to steal them from me. So we've got this back. Let's test it out. Let's see what we got back here. So this is from GPT 4.1 and it is total trash. Look at that. That is not doing anything for us. So it has failed on one of the tests. At least I'm not being biased here, like I'm just giving you the output. Yeah, terrible, terrible. All right, so let's have a look now. We've got Gemini 2.5 Pro. That's come back to us here. Let's copy this. That's what we're talking about. Look at that. We've got the temperature, we can dial it up, we can dial it down. Gemini 2.5 Pros is absolutely smashed it right there. Unbelievable. And Claude as well, to be fair. Claude has done a great job there. I just don't think it's... Let's compare them side by side. Which one is winning here? I'm going to turn that down. Let's dial that down. Calm down, sunshine. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to say Claude won that because it's got the simulation legend at the bottom. Whereas, for example, Gemini, it's really good. It does look nice, but it's not giving us that extra UI feature that we want. So I'm going to say Claude 1, followed by Gemini 2.5 Pro, and then you've got 4.1 coming in last with something that actually doesn't work at all. So just to recap here, for coding games, 4.11, for coding molecular physics, if you ever fancy doing that on the weekends, then Gemini 2.5 Pro 1. For writing content, 4.11, and for humanizing content, 4.11, as well as for humanization of the content, bypassing AI detectors. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a cheeky little landing page test. This will be the final test here. Let's see what we got. So this will be for an SEO calculator. So I'm going to say create a calculator landing page for the niche SEO calculators, blah, blah, blah. We'll start a new chat here using 4.1, single HTML file. Do the same inside Claude. We'll do the same inside AI Studio as well. And we'll see which one creates the best landing page. By the way, peeps, if you want to use 4.1 for free, then just go inside Windsurf and you can use it for 7 days for free. I will say that's where Gemini 2.5 Pro is winning in many ways. And the same for Claude. Is Claude and Gemini 2.5 Pro, you can use the latest models for free and code with them for free. So you can use Claude inside the chat, it will code for free. And also Gemini AI Studio.google.com. With OpenRouter, you are going to be paying, right? So this is a paid model, that's a big win. It's a lot of people, they want to do things for free, and ChatGPT 4.1 is not going to let you do that. All right, so let's see what we get back. This is building out huge landing pages right here. And we've finished on GPT 4.1 is finished again. The fastest as always. Let's copy that. Go back to LiveWeave, plug that in, see what we got. It's not bad. The UI is not great. Look at that. It's not responsive. I'm not impressed. Not impressed, to be honest with you. You can't even X off the pop-up there. It's just locked me in. All right. I'm going to say, honestly, like the 4.1s, it's going to be easy to beat 4.1, essentially. Let's have a look at this. This is okay. It's not great. If you look at the UI, it's a bit weird. This box doesn't even work, etc. I don't like that. ChatGPT 4.1 and Claude, both pretty terrible outputs right there, but Claude is probably just edging it. Let's have a look at Gemini 2.5 Pro. It's still working through it like a machine. It is a machine, but let's go through onto LiveWeave now. And that, my friend, that is a landing page. That is much better. It's not great, it's not amazing, but it does it better for sure in terms of the UI. However, look at this. Placeholder for the interactive keyword calculator tool. You were supposed to code that. You actually didn't build out the SEO calculator, which is the whole point of the experiment. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. They all did a terrible job. I'm going to say that Claude probably came in first there. GPT 4.1 came in second because it actually has built the tool, etc. And then Gemini 2.5 Pro came in last. I think, honestly, if you were going to do this test again, the best way to do it would be to code them out individually using RuCode or something like that, right? So there's a recipe inside the AI Profit Board if you want to learn how to use that. But essentially, I think that would be the best. So overall, which one am I going for? I would say for coding tasks, tough one. I'm going to say Claude. Claude probably for coding tasks. GPT 4.1 for writing tasks. And if you want something for free, then go with Gemini 2.5 Pro. All right, that's my honest opinion. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get a free community that shows you how to make money and save time with AI, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Comes with my best prompts, all the prompts from today, etc. If you want to learn how to use and build anything with GPT 4.1, we have a new section right here. As you can see, it comes with all my best recipes for building anything you want, including how to build for free using GPT 4.1 for the next 7 days. And additionally, you can see it gets updated pretty much every single day with all the latest stuff right here. Additionally, this comes with weekly Q&A calls, so you can ask any Q&A calls you want. I know a lot of people watching this will be trying to launch like an AI automation agency. If that's you, then make sure that you sign up because we're actually selling AI automation. It's working really well for us. If you want to learn how we sell it, then just join the AI Profit Board and feel free to ask any questions you have inside the community right here. And yeah, feel free to sign up. Price is going up this month, so make sure you sign up now before you miss out. And additionally, if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot with SEO, feel free to get that. If you want to make more money, get more leads, get more profits, get more sales, get more leads and customers from Google, feel free to get that based on what's working for all our happy clients, like you can see right here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.